We are here actually to come and let credence and, bear our minds as it concerns the recent development and unnecessary outbursts by the outgoing and failed governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawale, who mindlessly started accusing the performing, active, decent, people-oriented, and a very, very workaholic chairman of Economic Financial Crimes Commission, chairman.
It's barely 3 days to the swearing-in ceremony of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Kashim Shettima, who are the president and vice president-elect, which is stipulated on the 29th day of May 2023. Nigerians are gazing into the sky to see if there is a ray of hope pointing at the right direction to point Nigeria to a sort of stable governance, developmental government, and a sort of political stability. In the wake of that, I hope we all in Nigeria keep our fingers crossed to follow the trend of events and always stay glued to Nations Voice Tower. You're welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Angelo Himalayas, your anchor. Now, outrightly, we'll go straight to the point, all right? Yes, a former party chairman and advocate, Mr. Abayomi Rosewe, has convened a peaceful protest for a sort of caution to the judiciary to watch its mode of operation. Okay, now in this protest, this particular man with his fellow protesters have also sort of urged the agencies for an achievement of a stable governance. Okay, now by urging these agencies for such, this particular group have come up to say they don't need a sort of foul play in the ongoing presidential elections petitions tribunal. Neither do they need a sort of hanky-panky game or so and so on. Right now, they have asked the judiciary to please deliver justice and be impartial. In the wake of that, I'll allow you to watch this video of these protesters yesterday in Abuja while they were still in the course of activities in the build-up to the 29th day of May, the inauguration day of the president-elect. Let me allow you watch this group of conveners.
And today we are concerned about the state of the nation, but we don't want to be in one side. We are neither PDP nor Labour, but we are concerned about Nigeria. And today our message is to the judiciary, to the law enforcement agency, and to every Nigerian. We are urging the judiciary to listen to both sides of the coin. We want them to consider the cases on its merit. We want judgment to be based on merit, so that after the judgment we will not go back again into violence or other form of separation, or some people feel marginalized and whatsoever. So today we are peacefully on the road. We are peacefully on every aspect of the society, through the social media, through the media, through the television station, through the newspaper. We want to raise a new consciousness in Nigeria. We want an egalitarian Nigeria, a Nigeria that is pragmatic in nature, where merit is judged, where things are judged on merit, and we are urging the judiciary to please be above board, because some are saying that the judiciary are partisan, but we can see that they are men of integrity, and we believe that the right thing will be done. So we are urging the judiciary today to be fair to all sides and give a good verdict.
So which case are you talking of in particular? Because
we're talking about the tribunal, presidential election tribunal. We are concerned that it's a new dawn in Nigeria. We're having things, we don't want things that will be like as usual. We want a new Nigeria, so we believe that the judiciary are going to be up to task and give a good judgment. We are for good judgment. We are for no side, but we want the right thing to be. Let us judge these cases on merit.
The inauguration of coming on Monday, are you in any way saying that the judiciary should give its pronouncement before inauguration?
It can be. We know that the cases will run close to 2 months, or whichever time it runs. If things are going to be judged on merit, we want that to be done based on merit. We are not saying that give that before this or do that. No. Our own is we want to be neutral, we want a new Nigeria, and we are committed to the development of a new Nigeria.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you heard it there from the protesters and the chief convener. If you've been following the trend of events, you would know that over time, lots of protests have taken place right from the government house. Okay, that is talking about activities around Abuja and the government parastatals. Okay, so all these government houses and government offices have had protests right from the 8th day of May when hearing began at the Court of Appeal. Now, every day of hearing has had a different protest group staging a peaceful protest over a sort of delivering of justice and not submergence of justice. A few days ago, we saw another group led by Asari Dokubo. This particular group, this time around, were advocating for the non-operation of the judiciary, and they were still advocating for a sort of peace for the judiciary to be a form of platform for the judiciary to pass a stable judgment. So this particular group will not be any different, and you heard it there. They said they don't pitch their tent with any political party. They aren't for Labour Party, neither are they for PDP or for APC. They are here for the welfare of a good and stable Nigeria, a welfare for a good and wonderful democratic system. So well, I hope there wouldn't be protests on the 29th day of May 2023, because I don't understand with the incessant amounts of protests we're recording in Nigeria now. I hope there won't be protests on the inauguration day. Now, in the wake of that, Pastor Kingsley Okuwe, who is the chief pastor of the Revival and Restoration Global Mission, he has been online for lots of reasons. Okay, now over time he has come on air to give prophetic declarations on Nigeria and the 2023 elections just concluded. Most of his prophecies have come to pass. I've brought you updates about his prophecies. I've brought you updates about those declarations of his that have come to pass over time. This time around, he has given a prophetic declaration about the 29th day of May 2023, the inauguration and swearing-in day of Asiwaju and Senator Kashim Shettima as President-elect and Vice President-elect respectively. Now, he has also come out to make a prophetic declaration on Nigeria and also on the judiciary. Okay, now the truth is this: these declarations are going to shock you. Okay, these particular revelations by this pastor are going to shock you. The whole internet has been shaken with this particular prophetic message, because this particular pastor, Kingsley Okuwe, has over time garnered lots of affection, lots of support, and lots of belief from the Christian folk alike, and even other religion. Okay, because he have seen that he is this pastor that really says a word and stands on it. So over time, his prophecies have come to pass and they have been fulfilled time and time again. So Nigerians are thinking, or Nigerians are of the opinion that this particular prophecy of his will come to pass. So Asiwaju, the judiciary, and all the citizens of Nigeria as a whole should put their ears to the ground, watch this particular prophecy. It is for we all that exist both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Watch this.
The first prophecy is prophecy for May 29. Prophecy for May 29. May 29 in the realm of the spirit is likened to the Red Sea. Is likened to the Red Sea. And the Lord said that this Red Sea will part into two. And those that believe in the new Nigeria, those that stand for what is right, those that don't even believe, whether you believe it or not, the Red Sea will part into two. And we will walk into the new Nigeria. The righteous will walk into the new Nigeria. The Lord said that those Pharaoh and his cohorts, his captains and chariots coming from behind are those who do not believe in the new Nigeria, are those who support rigging, who refuse to amend the past, to amend what evil that is on ground. This evil that is on ground, the Lord said they will sink into the Red Sea, while the righteous and those standing for truth will pass through dry land. In May 29, there is going to be ceremony. There will be ceremony for inauguration. There is going to be ceremony for inauguration. But in that May 29, the Lord said to me that the ceremony will be likened to a marriage ceremony where there is no payment of dowry. So that ceremony is useless. The Lord said that bat will not be sworn in. Bat will not be sworn in. Ceremony can take place, but the Lord said bat will not be sworn in. You will see it, it will come to pass. The Lord said that on the May 29, there will be confusion. We are going to see confusion on May 29. There is going to be confusion. Some will say no to the swearing in. Some will say yes. Some will say there is need for affirmation from court. Some will say there is no need for affirmation from court. There will be confusion because anywhere there is evil, confusion always emerges. Evil has been done in our land, and there is bound to be confusion. There's going to be confusion. The Lord told me that that day is a day that there will be protest. We are going to see protest all over Nigeria. Nigeria, we are going to see protest. I repeat, we are going to see protest. We are going to see crisis. And Nigeria will almost tear apart. The Lord said, Nigeria will almost tear apart. And when this crisis come up, some will say, let there be interim government. Some will say there is no need for interim government. Some will say, let there be, let us allow BAT to continue. Some will say, no. There will be this crisis, and you will see youth agitation. You will see youth agitation, fighting for their right, fighting for mandate that was stolen. This is a stolen mandate. It is glaring. It is glaring. But I tell you that redemption is very close, because the darkest part of the night, which we are going to meet on the 29th, May 29 is the darkest part of the night. It is close to the dawn. The dawn is about to come. You will see it. It will come to pass. On that 29th, we are going to see military trying to make peace. I told you in April 5 that military are the originator of the political peace. It is not the judiciary. Yes, the judiciary is there, but the military will ensure political peace. It is the military that will originate it before the judiciary will decide to follow that due process. You are going to see it. It will come to pass. If you remember, you recall recently, I gave three-dimensional prophecy of the plan of God for BAT. God loves BAT. Like I said, in the eye of man, it's a good man to me. But God has not chosen him. It is not in his destiny to lead this new Nigeria. It is in his destiny to lead other, but not this new Nigeria. So, and God said that the grace has passed him. Now, God said, let me tell you vividly that he will take him if he remain stiff-necked about this pursuit for presidency, or if he remain unrepentant. He said he will take him. This is not my word, but I have prayed for him. I want you to pray for him that God should show mercy and preserve him. But this is the word of the Lord, that he said he would take him if he remains stiff-necked and unrepentant about the pursuit for this presidency. The Lord said he will near the corridor of power, but he will not sit on the seat of presidency. It is about the judiciary. The Lord said there will be a drag in the judiciary, but suddenly there will be a change of gear to fast movement. The judiciary, like I told you, is divided into two: darkness and light. And the Lord showed me a large darkness, gross darkness, and a small light. And I saw that small light become big and big and big, and the darkness becomes small. And suddenly that light overshadowed the darkness, and the darkness disappeared. And I saw jubilation in the court, people jubilating. It will be as won the case. This is what you are going to see. I asked, why this drag? And the Lord said, because of the mundane things of this world. Because of the mundane things of this world. The money, the wealth, the promise, the position, desires of the flesh. It will drag and drag and drag. And then the interim government will come in. Then the interim government will be strengthened. The military will take over and hand over. And then you will see a situation, a scenario where the judiciary will change gear. There will be a change of gear. They will change gear from drag to speed, drag to speed, drag to speed. Then the process will become, we go with speed. And then you will see that they will solve this problem politically.
All right, before we go further, don't forget to like our videos. Don't forget to share them to people around you and people outside your home and outside Nigeria too. Don't forget to watch till the end. Then if you are new here, I will urge you to please tap the subscribe button so you continue getting updates from us. And then if you are already here already, one of our lovely viewers, don't forget to tap the notification bell. That's so important, so you could get any update that will drop anytime, any day. So I'll go further. Issues of divine interference aren't really the main bone of contention now, because when anything divine comes on board, we will just pray and hope either to avert it if it's a negative one, or to pray for its actualization if it's a positive one. So Dr. I beg your pardon, Pastor Kingsley Okue there has really made his declarations. Well, we'll see if it was actually from God or well or otherwise. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and see how these prophecies come into realization, because I think these particular prophecies are sort of so-called to Nigerians. They are sort of relief to Nigerians who have felt that their mandate has been taken away from them by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Finally, I have a different thing from the ordinary, because this time around protests have graced our screens. Protests have graced our government parastatals. Protests have graced the front views of our security agencies. Protests have also graced the front views of our judiciary buildings. In the wake of that, a group called the Ethnic Youth Leaders for Peace in Nigeria, EYPN, have staged a protest over a recent outburst of outgoing Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawale over an alleged extortion of $2 million by the EFCC boss, Abdul Rashid Bawa. Now, this protest, convened by one comrade, Franklin Madu Abuchi, had this theme. Okay, this theme read: Solidarity for our descent, focused, unbiased, and patriotic EFCC chairman, Abdulrashid Bawa. Well, I'll allow you to watch that protest and listen to their convener, Comrade Franklin Maduabuchi, while he addressed newsmen and said or reiterated the reason for the protest, and he issued warnings to different politicians, especially outgoing Zamfara State Governor, Governor Bello Matawale, alongside other politicians like him, including President Muhammadu Buhari. Now he has called for the immediate investigation of all public officers, of all outgoing governors, so to actually ascertain the level of corruption in the country right now. For a better sort of explanation and for an insight on this particular update, I'll allow you to watch this protest and listen to their chief convener, Comrade Franklin Modabuchi. We'll be back.
Ethnic youth leaders for peace in Nigeria, Generation Next Nigeria, and the representative of civil society organizations in Nigeria. We are here actually to come and let credence and bear our minds as it concerns the recent development and unnecessary outbursts by the outgoing and failed governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawale, who mindlessly started accusing the performing, active, decent, people-oriented, and a very, very workaholic chairman of economic Economic and Financial Crimes Commission chairman, in the person of we call him Comrade Abdulrashid Bawa. Because we call him comrade, we address him, that is the title we have given him, because there is no struggle that is as hectic, as huge, as dangerous, as demanding, as expectant as being the national chairman of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. And going by his record, going by what he has delivered so far, that we know that Bawa has exceeded all the records of all his predecessors put together. That if instead of Bello Matawale to compliment and thank the young man, the first of his kind, that a young person has been appointed chairman of EFCC, Matawale mindlessly, because he is suffering from the hangover of political failure. That is why he started laying accusing fingers, started alleging that the performing EFCC chairman asked him to give him 2 million naira as bribe, $2 million as bribe. So we asked Matawale, we have come surely and unequivocally to tell the chairman to make sure that he investigates Matawale and his light. That all the outgoing governors, all the people that are being found wanted should be investigated and prosecuted. And we want to let the whole world know that the young people of this country are behind the EFCC chairman. And we want to sound note of warning that whoever would want to distract this chairman would have the young people of this country to contend with. And we are sounding it again as note of warning that in as much as Bello Matawale, who just lost election and who never won election before, that this has found a performing chairman as his problem, that I think his problem will not end. So he is going to face EFCC, and we are going to take it upon ourselves to protest every day here. As soon as their tenures are over, we are going to remind the EFCC chairman of his responsibility in case if he tries to not to do the needful. We are coming to remind him that he should do the needful to be able to retrieve our loots that are being looted by those mindless, corrupt, so-called leaders in this country. Because Matawale has asked the chairman to prosecute everybody, including Buhari. So what is it the responsibility of Matawale to tell the EFCC chairman who to prosecute or who not to prosecute? So we want to let the whole world know today that the EFCC chairman is not standing alone. The EFCC chairman will not stand alone. We are going to do everything humanly possible and within the ambit of the law to make sure that we support him, we encourage him, and we are going to barricade all the cities in this country, all the cities in the FCT, if Matawale opens his mouth again, or anybody of his kind would want to point accusing finger unnecessarily and unwarrantedly at the EFCC chairman.
Thank you so much for your solidarity. Your message will be conveyed to the executive chairman and to the entire commission. But I want to assure you that the executive chairman of the EFCC is too focused to be distracted. Is too robust in the fight against corruption to be distracted or to be disillusioned by whatever tantrums anybody may be throwing, either at him or at the commission.
Okay, you know, I brought you an update a few days ago about Governor Bello Matawale, where he was very furious about what happened between, allegedly though, what he alleged happened between the EFCC boss, Abdulrashid Bawa, the young man, and then himself, Governor Matawale. We don't know, and we don't know how true that is, because from the response he got from the EFCC boss, I think the governor had one or two things up off his sleeves. So the EFCC boss had already urged him to please take his eyes off this statement of an alleged bribery of $2 million, or an alleged an alleged collection of $2 million from the EFCC boss. The EFCC boss gave him a response, and it went thus: nobody is clean in this country. That is what the EFCC boss responded to the 2 million naira alleged bribe allegation by Governor Matawale. So this particular group have convened in front of the EFCC office in Abuja to really give kudos and to urge the EFCC boss Abdulrashid Bawa to carry on and do the good work he's doing, to exist actually as a single entity, and continue the good work. Of course, his track record has spoken over time, because he seems to be the most successful EFCC boss if all track records of his predecessors have been put together. So they are telling him to be unbiased, to stay focused, and to be forever patriotic in prosecuting all politicians and outgoing public office holders as regards missing funds in the coffers of the country. Thanks for joining us. I would urge you to always stay glued to Nation's Voice Tower. This is the only channel that brings you the truth and the bitter truth about the polity. This channel brings you updates about the political system in Nigeria. This channel updates you about the democratic system and movement in Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Bye.